Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Meryl. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Julie. Happy Sunday. Happy Spring Forward Sunday, which I hate spring forward. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like fall back when we sleep in, but I okay. Here, I love spring forward because we get an hour extra time of like sun. And so that automatically helps with a lot of people with depression and things along that line. But I hate springing forward because I feel like you lose an hour of sleep, but I'm still tired. But I have like a million things I have to do today. Today is like deep conditioning wash day for me and Hope, so that's fun. And then I'm I'm cutting out a bag and then I need to prepare it and all the steps ahead of time for filming it. So there are some steps in this bag that are repetitive, like putting it in a zipper pocket that's a similar from the back exterior has the same one for the interior. So what I would do is make the zipper pocket for the interior, um finish that one and just do the exterior and then explain that you need to do the same thing we just did on camera to the interior piece. So that way it's not like it went from like a 20-minute show to a 40-minute because I'm doing two. Like if it has two straps, I do one strap already pre-made. If it has anything that has in a pair, I make one of the other so that way we can easily move along in the video. In this particular bag, there is some hardware that I normally don't show. I've only shown, I think, 2 times out of all my videos, that I only show 2 times out of all my videos to do. So, I have another camera that I'm gonna be placing on my cutting table so I can show you how to put this hardware in. So, yeah, being asleep, like, getting 1 hour, like, just bumping up, like, seeing 2 and then seeing it go straight to 3 or something like that is just it's freaky. Um, so I'm gonna be showing you my cutting table and putting, hardware. So this bag pattern I'm from this designer is new designer to me. I think they have a couple other patterns, but they approached me and asked me to make a video for them, and I said, "Okay." They have their way they have their pattern designed is very interesting. It's kind of like a teacher syllabus. Like if your teacher was like, "I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks because I'm sick, something for 6 weeks, whatever the reason why," and they left instructions for a substitute. So it's like, okay, lesson one, and it has all this information, then lesson two, then lesson three. So at first I was kind of intimidated by it, but as I made the first bag, I kind of like the flow of it because when we had something that repeat, like something that was similar, like a zipper pocket that was interior that we just did in the first lesson on the back, they will go back to page 10, paragraph 4 and 5 to do this again for the back. And I thought this was quite brilliant because sometimes in patterns there are things that repeat itself, but if they put it in the pattern all over again, it makes printing a nightmare and it could just make the pattern look intimidating. So this was the first time I've ever did this kind of pattern style, and I'm not gonna lie, your girl was a little bit like, "What?" But then when I got into it, I was like, "This is very unique, and I hope people give it a chance because I actually like the way it like flowed." The end result, my I cannot wait to share with you my first backpack. That's all I gotta say is, like, I have never made a backpack like this, and I'm a backpack queen. I have never made a backpack like this, and it blew me away. Completely, utterly blew me away. I was making it during the time everybody was looking for the frames for, Toby Style. I felt like I kinda cheated on it because I didn't give 100% of my attention. I was just, like, working through the pattern and not, like, highlighting things like I usually do, like, "Hey, this is gonna be the most difficult part." Try to reiterate it in the lesson. So my plan today is why everybody's still asleep is I'm gonna recut the pattern out, reread the pattern, and go over the bag where I thought might be more difficult parts so I can really, um, speak upon those parts during the video. So I'm pretty excited because it's going to be the first video that comes out this month. The editing I'm not that very excited for because I have to edit on my tablet and on my cell phone because my computer's not here yet. It should be here by the 14th, but I think the pattern comes out on the 14th. So yay. So I'm pretty excited about it. Good morning, Arnetta. Good morning, Molly. You never sleep. It always goes into the time change. Yeah. So like my thing is that what I used to do when I was little, when we sprung forward or fall back, I used to love waiting until that time where you get to see it either like glitch and go back or glitch and go forward. I don't know why I was always intrigued with that, but I am. So I have something so interesting to tell you guys. Okay, so you guys know how I have my weird things. I have my orca, and I always say Terminator's prophecy. Terminator's prophecy. I have said this a bazillion times. And I know I said it a bazillion times because on February 5th, I had over 1,000 videos or 1,000 like so so many videos that I have put out because of the captain's logs. All right. So I was reading this article, and this article somebody created a robot that can mold itself from liquid metal to a regular robot. And I was like, shh, Terminator warned us about this. I'm like, what did somebody do? They're like, oh, I'm bored. They're like watching a movie, they're drinking their coffee, and then they're like, wait, this is good. Bet I'm gonna go ahead and make this Terminator. Did they not finish the rest of the movie? Did they not see what happened? There is a liquid Terminator, okay? It's a liquid robot that can now come into like a human form. Also, I was looking at these new humanoid robots they were showing in Japan last week, and I'm like, one of them, I would have thought it was a person straight up. It didn't look weird, anything. I thought it could have passed as a person. I'm like, oh God. So, yeah, my worst fears are coming true. So, good morning. So yeah, that was interesting. So in Patreon, like we're gonna be doing 2 bags. We're gonna be for the main group, we're gonna be doing we're going to be doing the Pisces pack, and we're going to be going over what kind of modifications and everything we're going to be doing this week, or what kind of styles we're going to be doing this week. We're going to have that discussion. But then we have this week is going to be very interesting because I'm going to be talking to the person that's going to be interviewing. I'm going to be interviewing for this week as well for my group. And I'm really excited to talk to this person because I'm going to be working with this person a lot in the future, and they're just a very kind and generous person, and they're very knowledgeable. But this week is just all about getting information to start sewing. So with my highest tier level, we're doing it's called Betty. Oh, it's like a train case, and I got some stuff from Sally Tomatoes, so that way I can create this really cute, because it's a Sally Tomato bag. I wanted to have like that whole Sally Tomato look because I want to make this for carry-on. Not a carry-on, but for putting it in my bag. So I got this. If you guys know me, I like to have like a bold color against a bold with another contrasting color. I have no idea why. So I got this vinyl, and it's like this navy pebble. Mind my nails. I haven't like did them in a while. I'm going to do them today. So it's just like this navy pebble, and in the pattern you need to have mesh. And I was going to go get by Annie mesh, but then I seen that they carry their own mesh, because there's like a mesh part for like brushes and stuff like that. So I got this really pretty navy mesh, and it's a little bit more substantial than by Annie's. So that's why I went for it, because I was talking to someone that buys their mesh from here, and they're like, oh, you will like this mesh because it's see-through, just like by Annie's, but it's just a little bit more substantial. Still has that little bit of bounce on one side and no bounce on the other. Um, and then this is where this is where it gets interesting. All right, so I bought 2 patterns, but the pattern we're doing is this one. So, but in this pattern, it's going to have this where we're going to be doing different parts where it has this parts come in and out where you can put it in different directions with it set when I was looking through the pattern. It has like Velcro, so you can move move the inserts, so that way you can make it very customizable. It has a flap where you can put brushes, and then there's mesh in the top thing. So I'm like, oh, when I seen this, this was the wild card. I was like, let me throw a pattern in there because I haven't seen this really floating around in our Sewing World YouTube style, and I was like, let me do this. It doesn't require a lot of hardware except the zippers, but I think that everything else having where you have sections and you can like move them and remove them and everything like that, I think is super cool. I love how there's a mesh pocket a mesh like kind of, I guess, yeah, like a pocket that comes over that you can hold your makeup brushes, and then there's a mesh on the top so you can have an additional holding. And I thought, I really want this toiletry bag. And then I seen this one and I was like, this is super cute. I haven't seen this pattern. This is super, super cute. And then that's the back. Look at these little tabs. When I look at patterns, I look at little things that we don't necessarily look at like that. This is what got my attention, because if you know me, I hate a bag that you have to kind of scrunch and zip over it. I like when the tabs are there because you're not scrunching your bag. So there's that. And then I got one more wild card on. They make the boxes. It's coming. Oh my god. Oh, the heater's coming on. Awesome. There we go. So I wanted this to go, I wanted a pop of color. So I got the Tulip Pink color. This is going to be navy with the pink coils and then pink zippers. How cute is this together? I'm not a total pink girl, all right, but I like the contrast. So the navy blue with the pink tulip pink bowls. This is the tulip pink tape. And I guess Sewing Place, you can get the tulip pink hardware is from Sally Tomatoes. So Sally Tomato. I always put an S at it, and it's not. There's no S. So I got that. So I'm really excited. So this is what I'm going to be making this one out of. So I'm actually really thrilled with that. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna go through my Tulip Pink stash and see if I can get anything that can match these navy colors. So that could be the inside of it. I'm hoping that could be like my little case that I could stick inside my carry-on that can carry all my like little necessities that I use, you know, through whatever, or just something I could personally just have. I don't know. I think this is the cutest pattern I've seen. It's not very big, but I don't know. I'm excited to be sewing this up with one of my team. So this weekend, again, this is crunch time because I'm doing everything for AwesomeCon. This weekend I was thinking of 2 characters that were like on my head, on my heart, or whatever. Of course, I wanted to do a Star Wars bag. The first person that came to my mind was Han Solo. And I wanted to do a Firefly bag, and the first person that came to my mind was Mel. So I wanted to like what kind of bag, what scheme would represent then. So let's go with the Han Solo. For the Han Solo, I wind up doing the Cimmerian from Lavender and Twine. I used corduroy for the main fabric, a dark brown vinyl. I used brushed silver hardware. This, I like this little tag. Because I thought, I didn't want to do antique. I thought the silver would be better, so I did brushed silver. On the inside, there's a zipper pocket, and then there's another slide pocket. Let me move the strap. And then I made a bigger zipper like slip pocket. So with this, I also did like little things to give it some nice ruggedness. You have to, if you did this pattern, you know that these wings go inside this main panel. I did some leather covered rivets on the side so that way it can merge in. And then I had to spray this. I spray all, whenever I do something that has main fabric, it's mainly fabric on the outside, I spray kind of like a Scotch Guard or fabric protector. This new fabric protector I sprayed outside, and I promise you my patios smelled like it for like hours. I'm like, we're outdoors, why is it not like dissipating? But I'm glad I did, because I like, it's water resistant and it's stain resistant now. So this is my version of a Han Solo Sumerian from Lavender Twine. And I like the little purse feet. Let's see. Where I got the mesh from Sally Tomatoes. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be busy until I go to AwesomeCon. And then after that, I'm going to be starting to prep for Shore Leaf. And after that, I have Otakon. Between teaching too. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great bag. It's a great bag to do. It's really fun. It's just, my advice would be take it, even though it comes together really quickly, just take your time and like finger press, roll, and just take your time. When you do all these measures with like rolling where you're like supposed to be ironing like around this area, it comes together easily and it bows out beautifully. Top stitching is key, because your stitching is going to be showing right through here, and then you're going to be top stitching in through here. So just take your time and do whatever the pattern says to do, and then also follow your gut instinct. If you want to reduce bulk, do it how you want to do it. Just make sure you don't cut into the seam itself, so that way you're not like, oh my god, what do I do? So there's that. And then I also like to bring I made another masculine bag for the pattern I'm going to be recording tomorrow, so I can't show you the bag just yet. But the one I made yesterday for Mal, I wanted to do a fast bag. Now the Dorian from Swoon is a big, very special to me, because with Samantha, I like basically begged her to bring back the Dorian, because Swoon has a lot of patterns that are very cool and unique, and most of them have like a vintage flair. But when I seen Alicia's Dorian, I could not understand for the life of me why did they retire that pattern. So when Samantha brought it back out, I was like, hell yeah. So I always play around with the Dorian. The issue is that when I make it so different from the pattern, where a lot of people are like, that's not the Dorian, and I'm like, it's the bones of the Dorian. It's just, it's easy to switch them up. So the pattern I'm going to show you right now is the Dorian, but modified. Okay. So this is the Dorian, and I made it Firefly. And I put a magnetic pocket at the back. And that's, see, I put my ID right there. and that's the top. When you open this up, I wanted this person to have a lot of pockets, whoever gets this. When you get this, open this up, you're going to get a zipper pocket, you're going to get a huge slip pocket, and on this side, you're going to get 2 cargo pockets. And you got some pretty strong magnets. And I designed it to be just like really rugged. And the strap is it's like 1.5 inches, and then like going up the strap also has this treatment that I did to it with grommets to make it look a little bit more rugged. And the handle was very sturdy, so if somebody wanted to take this to work, they can. I could fit a Chromebook in here, so I'm pretty excited about it. So I increased the seam allowances to be a smaller amount because the seam allowance is usually like a 1/2 inch. I used like 3/8 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch, so that way it could be a little bit bigger. But I really like this one too. So that is my Firefly. I wanted to do like I've been wanting to do something like special with it, and like I did put one of the little Firefly zipper pulls too. So it has like the plaque was for Firefly, a lot of patches. So I thought it was cool. I made these yesterday on my laser. So yeah, that's what I was doing this weekend, and now I get to prep. Yeah, I like the handle too. The handle that comes with the Dorian is really good. I just wanted a very like very stiff handle. I wanted it to look like this is like kind of like a briefcase, even though it's small, way smaller than one. But I wanted to give it that more rugged, masculine feel. And then that's why I also put this on here, because I wanted to make it feel like it's kind of tied up to the bag, even though it's magnetic straps. Thank you. So those are the 2 bags that I made this weekend. Other than making backpacks, I was cleaning my room, and I'm also starting to write down in my inventory what bags I want to take to what. This is the hardest part, because even though I make bags, some bags are going to be going to Otakon. Some bags are going to be going to, I'm putting either into like an art show at Shore Leaf, or this bag can go on Etsy. So it takes a while, and then I have to roll back any cottons I use and put them back into the order, so that way I don't lose track of them. And it's a tedious process. Oh, great, Molly. You order 50, 60. You can have fun with those. Those are really fun. I always get laserable leather just from Amazon. I need to find like someone that sells it. But because I know you can get wider sheets, and the only thing that drives me nuts is like I'll gravitate to one color more than the other. Like it's usually like a color like this. So, but yeah, I had fun because I did this too. I wanted it to match. So yeah, that's basically all that I had this week, and basically all I did. I'm really excited to do some fun sewing, interviewing. This week it's going to be kind of fun. So I mean, from like recording to editing to interviewing to getting down to the nitty-gritty of what we're going to be sewing for the following week is going to be pretty fun. And I have a couple bags that I want to do, and I'm kind of on a swoon kick, because I did the Betty Bowler, I did a Dorian. I kind of want to do a Maisie, just because me and Maisie don't get along. I feel like I haven't tried to touch her for like almost 2 years, and I want to see if I can do it now, because I feel like I've improved from where I was 2 years ago, so I kind of want to go there. You found a seller in Alibaba, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm an Amazon person, so I think I don't know. There you can get laserable leatherette from actually the place that you bought your laser at. Like, so if you have X Tool, you can get it from X Tool, or if you have the Glowforge, you can buy it from Glowforge, etc., etc., etc. So you can get it from them, and they could tell you all the different types. So yeah, that's basically all I have today. So I hope everyone has a really good day. Happy Sunday. Happy spring forward. It's it's really going to be spring because we have that extra hour now of light. It might be a struggle this morning, but then when you look at your window at 6 o'clock and it's still sunny, you're gonna be like, yeah, I dig it. So I will talk to y'all later. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Goodbye.